Hai, hello, engineer Jabatan Parit dan Saliran or Drainage and Irrigation Department. Today is 2nd of May 2023 and I'm back to this Kampung Terawi. And because just now another resident of Kampung Terawi complained to me about your funny sounding name, the funny sounding sluice valve for this river. So, how much of the flow from Opomoyog is allowed to go through your contraption there? 10%, isn't it? Roughly 10%. And from that mouth, apparently it goes into a pipe, into like a sluice valve, not even a valve, a pipe underground, and I don't know, exiting somewhere downstream, just downstream, and that's why it's making a hell of a noise. Can you hear that noise? He's making a gurgling sound there. And apparently a former DO even turned up here and asked you guys, how is the boat going to go from downstream, upstream, or even the raft? We have rafting festival. She's shocked to find out. Meaning even the former DO, you people never brief them how you're going to design the flood mitigation of this Moyog. That means your design drawings are all official secret ka. Yeah? And then you go and get your contractor to build this stupid contraption. Okay, here's the question that apparently your engineers cannot answer. Your engineer go, ha, 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 when asked by some officers. This river always carry with it silt, bamboo, rubbish, and you have this teeth-looking entrance there. All debris, bamboo, and mud can easily clog that. So what happened? Which of you is going to go down there and keep cleaning it up? You know, you want to bet? And apparently, I'm told by the villagers, recently, after you close this section too early, before the Putatan River is really refurbished or open a cleanup, they are having big floods downstream this river. Right? Just like I predicted before, they are getting flooded everywhere. So what happened when there's not much rain and they get flooded? You end up going back and look at this. You end up having to reopen this section. My God, man. Do you people know what you're doing? Because of the flooding now, you have to let some water flow out downstream through the PETAGAS river mouth. I came here before in my previous video and this was fully closed. The fact that you have to reopen a channel there means you have done something wrong, mate. I think you better redesign, and I don't know how you're going to recover the loss of money doing this stupid design. I call it bloody stupid design. I think you're going to get a dynamite and blow that thing off. I simply cannot see what is the advantage of it. Your purpose is to limit the volume of flow of water, just allow a partial flow of the Opomoyog water to go through the Kadundungan. Yeah, I understand that. But do you really need that? Do you really need a gate? Can you just build a concrete protected channel, just enough for a raft or boats to pass, same level? Because during a flood, the reduction of the width of the river itself is a controlled method to control the amount of flow you allow downstream. Because I know you don't want the flow to go down to Kadundungan. That I understand. You're not the only engineer in the world, but instead of this channel, you can have built a vertical concreted protected channel. Just you can make 1.5 the width and remove that bloody thing in the center. I don't know what is that for, because having that vertical column in the center, that makes that entrance very easy to be clogged by debris. And if you don't believe me, come here after a flood and I'm going to ask you to go down and clean it up using your hands. And the fact that downstream people are flooded around Putatan, that you have to go and get the excavator and reopen the channel here. That is the proof that you've done something fucking wrong and wasting taxpayers' money. There, this is the proof. You have to open the channel temporarily to allow flood water to go down to PETAGAS. Why is that? Can you government explain? This is your Sabah Maju Jaya engineering solution to the flood, guy. My God, man. But the most question here is this. That will be subjected to blockades of mud, bamboo, trees, debris that is always found flowing down from this river. This river is polluted from upstream. Who asked the government to allow hill cutting and tree cutting upstream? Is it the village fault? Now the villagers of here, I talked to a villager in Terawi just now, and they've been asking that question, and they were telling me, and a lot of senior officials were surprised to see this. Question is, the boats cannot pass through, the rafts cannot pass through, and yet it's not going to solve the problem. And at the moment, this river branch to Putatan is not even reinstated. It's blocked everywhere. Blocked by 2 bridges, blocked by debris, blocked by some development, and yet you attempt to divert all the water to the Putatan River, and that's why you end up having to reopen that section, isn't it? I have to ask you, do you bloody know what you people are doing? I have every right to ask you. I think you all people should resign and get somebody else more competent to handle this flood mitigation project. Goodbye, mate.